All right, thank you and welcome everyone to this team training. We have an international team of people. Alf is in Germany, Karina's in Toronto, Vince is in North York. I don't know where Momin is, but Dave is in USA, Huron is in UK, Flo is in Oshawa, I believe. And we're just gonna do some back office training because previously I was in financial services. We know the money game, and I was in team building. We actually in 2 years I built one of the fastest moving teams in Canada, as Karina can attest to this. Oh, you're Scotland. Oh yes, welcome from Scotland. We got Scotland as well. The chat box is open. That's why I like this platform because you can chat on the side, you can post questions as we go through this. We have Huron here, our good friend in UK, and if there's any questions. But what I'm doing right now is just going through a quick presentation of what is it that we represent here. So I'm going to share my screen, share screen. And why is it so important that this Christmas everybody talks to their colleagues, friends, and family about what we do? With that, here we go. I am Arif Gilany, and I was teaching a course called A Balanced Circle of Purposeful Living when my good friend Hadi Mahochi approached me with this opportunity, and now it's completed the circle of life that we talk about in my book, The Ministry of Miracles, The Art of Creative Thinking. I wrote this book during COVID-19 when everybody was shut down. I called a mentor in America. His name is Robert Amodi. He was teaching me just on volunteer basis. He's a multi-millionaire, and he just liked my personality. And I said, Robert, my business is shutting down. I just made 250,000 just up to the time that COVID hit, and now everything is going down the drain. He said, you're a creative guy. What about taking yourself out of Canada, going somewhere else? So I wanted to thank Robert Amodi. He's probably going to see this video, but he inspired me to write this book, The Art of Creative Thinking, which has become a bestseller in UK. Now that's where it was published. But on August 11th, my good friend Hadi Mahochi talked to me about this unique opportunity and introduced me to the Aurum team. I'm a partner and a referral ambassador, a presenter, and a customer. In the course, we talk about a lot of things. Meanwhile, these 8 major parts: emotional well-being, health and wellness, partners or partnership, vocation, what you do for work. I didn't know many of these words, but vocation means the job or whatever you do that you probably love. That's what I really love to do, is teaching. But for most of the students that I had in my course, this cycle was flat. That means money was a big major problem. Everyone has some sort of personal development program, social, family connection, spiritual connection. Whether you're a Jewish, Christian, Muslim, doesn't really matter. You have a connection with the higher power and emotional well-being. But money was a major problem. Thanks to Hadi, we have been able to solve this, and I will share some information with you. But these are the 4 requirements of success that I'm talking about in the book and also in here. One is to have a burning desire. Every major book talks about accomplishment, and the requirement for accomplishment is to have a burning desire. Why do we do the things we do? I do this because I just love helping people. The second part is the willingness to learn. I had to reprogram my mind to learn everything about Aurum in the last 2-3 weeks because I love to educate people on the details of what happens here and the ability never to quit. I've made a decision that this is going to be one of the 2 parts of my life by the time 85, and I want everyone to write this down. What are the 3 things that you want to accomplish, whether you're 20, 40, 60, or 80? If you write it down, it's real. If you don't write it, it's just an idea in your head and might cause even a lot of confusion. The ability never to quit this. And the fourth one is a proven success system, which Aurum represent. I love the system that has been created. I've been part of such systems before, but I've never seen anything as comprehensive as the system we are providing right here. And I'm just a student. We're just getting started. But again, Robert Kiyosaki, many of you know him. He's written Rich Dad, Poor Dad, or The Cash Flow Quadrant, both his best-selling books. He says, before you invest in something, invest the time to understand it. So the purpose of this is to understand it. I have encountered a lot of opposition. Some people say, oh, this is a sales job. Some people say, is this a pyramid? Is this an MLM, multi-level marketing? Allow me to say it's none of the above. It's just re-educating ourselves about money. And we have a window shopping opportunity for the mind every single day, Monday to Thursday at 3 p.m. by our good friend Hugh Paul, who's just about to cross over $1 million in income in the last 9 months. Now, the reason for that is because of this very powerful thing called compound interest. Compound interest, Albert Einstein said, is one of the 8 wonders of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. Guess what their banks are doing? They're making us pay for it because we don't use it. And you can do your own research. But the rule of 72 is one of the principles that uses this compound interest and how to simplify it. 72 divided by interest rate will give you how many years it will take for your money to double. We taught this for 10 years in the previous system. And if you got a 2%, 72 divided by 2, 35 years before your $1,000 in the bank becomes $2,000. Who has 35 years? And most people don't even know that they can do something much better. The Aurum team has provided us with an opportunity to go above and beyond this. 4 ways to make money are very simple. Number 1, employees, if you still have a job, wonderful. And I had a job in 2005. I was a manager at FedEx part-time. I started learning about financial services. And in exactly 1 year, I was able to make more money in the part-time job that I was working at full-time job at FedEx. And that time, it was 2005. I was making $60,000 as an operation manager in Toronto hub. That was major money back then. Now it might not be that much, but I was able to make it part-time because I became self-employed. The second way to make money is self-employed. Again, if somebody is coming in, please let them in, Karina or Alf. Self-employed is a dentist, doctor, lawyer, hairstylist, real estate agent. The more they work, the more money they make. That is why real estate is so attractive. So many of my friends are real estate agents. They just love to work, because they know that if they close a deal, they make a lot of money. But that depends on how much time they put on as well. If they go on a vacation, the job goes on vacation with them. They don't make money. Better ways to make money are business owners or investors. Business owners, typical example is a McDonald's prototype that we all know and probably had a coffee or burger. I have quit McDonald's now. I don't eat anything there. I've cleaned up. I will tell you that I had a health scare just this week. And I'll tell you later on what happened. But thank God, the guide to health and wellness brought me back to on track. But business people have systems where teenagers work, and they could be on the beach in Hawaii, anywhere else, but those usually typically cost about $1 million just to get your foot in the door. Investors, yes, here is where your money works for you. I here called in Dubai a couple of investment firms to see what their situation is, and they told me if you don't have $1 million to invest with us, don't even talk to us. But if you have customers you can bring us who have $1 million, you can be an agent with us. And I said, no, thank you. We've got a better way. At Aurum team, anyone can become an investor, start to develop their own business, and become self-employed first. If you have a job, we go through this system from 1 to 4 or 4 to 1, back and forth, and we can be business owners within a year. Hugh Paul last week said that if someone was trying to buy his business that he has right now for $2 million, he wouldn't sell it. Why? Because he's built up a team of people that help people to become investors, and I am proudly one of them. The situation, my friends, is really dire. This is statistics from Canada, but I bet it's all over the world is the same. Out of 100 people that reach age of 65, one is wealthy. We know the wealthy people. We see them on TV, social media, everywhere. Four will be financially independent. These are typically the business owners like McDonald's owners or people who have franchises or businesses that are running around, and we use them. But 41 out of 100 people will still be working at the age of 65. Imagine working all your life and then at the age of 65 continuing to work because you have to pay the bills. 54% of people in this planet will be dead broke by the time they're 65, and we're here to change the statistics because success, my friends, is a learnable skill. And why most people don't make more money? Because they don't know how, and that's what we teach it. On the right side, you see the mayors urge Ontario, that's Doug Ford, the premier of our province, to address the homelessness. This week, I read something really disturbing, that Canada is the 8th country with most homeless people. To me, Canada is the #1 country in the world, and it's beautiful, and it is. But unfortunately, it's mismanaged because the 5% people are manipulating the 95%, and we're here to open up the gates of their eyes to show them the opportunities. I was lucky to come across this opportunity with my good friend Hadi Mahochi, who I've sold him some socks. He said, I'll put your money on this robot, and this robot's going to work for you. Just watch it for 3-4 weeks and see what happened. He put $135, $30 actually, on my Aurum account. In exactly 4 weeks, my money had gone to $450. Ever since then, I started to realize that I was being manipulated by these 5 major banks. The banks, the government, and the corporations, hand in hand, keep people like us under, and they keep on rising over and going higher and higher. Rich people get richer, poor people get poorer. That's not a cliche, it's absolutely real. And the reason for that is these major banks that are keeping people in this situation. But here we are to change that with Aurum New Bank. And I'm proud to say that this is a great opportunity for anyone who comes and learns with us, because the opportunity is here to be absolutely financially free. I'm not going to go through the rest of this, but we're not financial advisors. We're just marketers of these products, and it is our duty to talk to our friends and family. So I've started to talk to my friends all over the world, in Iran, which I was born in Sweden, which all of my family is, in Australia, which my cousins are, and everyone has received this with open heart. Because why? People need it. You saw the statistics. So that was just the beginning of why we do what we do. If you need to know more about the opportunity, you can join us at 3 p.m. every single day, Monday to Thursday, as we go through the presentations with my good friend Hugh Paul. But here's what we're in. We're here to find customers, and we're in the people to people, P2P business, I say. Why? Because we care about people. We want to change the statistics that we show. And here I'm going to share with you my personal story in numbers, because this room is called Show Me the Money. So let me take you onto the account, see what happened since then. This is an Aurum account. If you haven't had one, you should have one. You get a registration link. You go through the link, you register yourself, whether you're in Canada or across the world. Every single family needs one of these accounts. Why? I'll tell you why. Because as you see, in the last 7 days, it says profits of $600. I cannot remember ever in any of the banks that I had even a year $600 of profits, let alone in 7 days. It says here a balance of $350. $57 available, which means that I can put this on my credit card. And I'm going to tell you how to get your credit card. Those of you in the room, very important. Every single person should have the Visa card. Why? Because it gives you the power of proof. You show people this card, they just say, yes, I want to do it. My good friend Mark, he texts me, he says, what are you doing? I said, this card, you see this? The difference between the bank card and this card is this. This one uses profit. Your card is using debt to keep us in. So I'm going through here for the purpose of training. These are the levels, and I didn't understand some of these numbers. I didn't know what it means. Friends, this volume, legacy volume, what does it mean? I had no clue. It means this is all of the customers that you have, 40% of the money that's on the robot, 40% is accumulated to 8,950. When it crosses 10,000, which is this week, it will go to another level, which is level 3. I'm right now at level 2, and I'm asking every one of you to make an effort to go through this right here. This promotional guidelines are like management levels. You know, you have a junior manager, you have a senior manager, you have the director, you have the VP, all of this. That's really what this is to me. Every person who starts is a Nova. You don't need anything. You just register your account. You put $100 in this robot, then you become a Nova. To go to this one, you need a 3,000 LV. Now, what's LV? Again, it's a volume that you have in your team, not yourself. You only can put, or you could only put $100 in this. And when you build a team of people who put 3,000, you move on. No matter how much money I put in Aurum Bank, it will not count for me to go to the Voyager or to Vanguard. But once you build up a clientele who want to promote this, again, to go to Vanguard, all you need is $300 in your own robot, and the volume that you have here has to be over 10,000. And what is this? This is only 40% of the total volume that we have that's accumulated in this section right here. So I wasn't aware of some of this information. I'm going to go back to here. Basic packages that today we showed my good friend Mark is the basic packages is a $100 to $249. You get a 10.5%, and that 10.5% return monthly is split between us and the robot. The robot gets 40%, we get 60%. From there, you go to standard, and standard is $250 to $999, where we get 65%. And you can increase your percentage. You can give yourself a raise by your own hands. That is where I am right now. And my goal by next week is to be here at luxury. And the ultimate is a little bit out of reach right now, but I'm working hard to get there. Why? Because the company is willing to give me a chance to go right here, to give you a chance, every single one of us. Now, we talk about the company giving everyone a chance to become a millionaire. Me and Alf, we talk about this all the time. How? When you become a Dominion, and I am planning right now for each and every one of us to go through one promotion every 90 days. And I'll show you how you can do this. So if you go here, first 90 days, I got to Voyager. This is my next 90 day, I go to Vanguard. Next 90 day, go to Pro. Next 90 day, you go to Nexus. Next 90 day, you go to Oracle. Next 90 day, you go to Prime. Next 90 day, you go to Elite. Next 90 day, you go to Magnet. Next 90 day, you go to Mintus. And the next 90 day, you go to Legend. And that completes exactly 24 months. That when you reach this Dominion level, the company immediately deposits $500,000 into your account right away. It's not end of the month. It's not when its calculations are done. It's immediate. How do I know this? Well, I've been through at the first level. This $100 bonus was just deposited like this as soon as I go over my number. So first millionaire of this company, Tom, was created in exactly 9 months. We may be slower, we may be faster, we may be not as connected, we may not have that much money, but with the 90-day program that I'm sharing here, every single one of us has a chance to do this within the next 24 months. I encourage you to get in touch with the people who are in this program, who are sending you this video, or if it's my personal friends or family, you can get in touch with me. I'll be glad to spend some more time to share the information and show you how to secure your account and start enjoying the benefits of this unique program. That was 20 minutes of time. I'm going to start right here. We're going to go through some questions and answers. Thank you.